Hello, my name is Will Gamache, and I play the trombone. And today we're going to talk about beginning improvisation. Improvisation, especially in a jazz band setting, can be really intimidating if you don't have previous experience at it. I know when I started my jazz band journey in middle school back in the day when dinosaurs ruled the earth. It was pretty scary to improv. I didn't get like a ton of instruction in how to start doing it. So this is the process I like to use with my students. If you're an educator, awesome. Please feel free to use this with your students. Stealing is a form of flattery if you're talking about teaching techniques, right? But if you're a student musician or a more advanced musician who's just doesn't have a ton of experience with improvisation yet, this is for you. So what I like to do is the very first exercise I do is I'll pick a note. We'll make it a pretty easy note that everybody can play. Let's say concert B flat. Play me concert B flat, and we're gonna play the same rhythm back and forth. We're gonna parrot each other. So if I say I like macaroni and cheese, you would then also say I like macaroni and cheese. We're literally gonna say the same thing back and forth to each other. These are common jazz rhythms that I've heard a lot in various big band tunes and various combo settings and different things that I played. And we're just going to have a conversation. But right now we're parrots. Then the student plays the same thing back. Good job. Cool. And once you get pretty good at doing that, then you might add one note, and so you're still playing the same thing back and forth to each other. So we're going to add the D flat, dog flat on top of that B flat. So now we've got two notes. That one's kind of long, but you get the idea. And so the main goal is that you take everything in bite-sized chunks. And when you're learning to improvise, you want to keep it really simple. We're going to work with the B-flat blues scale right now because that was the first jazz-related scale that I learned in middle school jazz band, and it's a pretty common place to start. So the notes are as follows. I'm gonna give you the note names, not the scale degrees. Scale degrees is probably a better way to do it. B flat, D flat, E flat, E, F, A flat, and B flat. Scale degrees. That's the root, the flat third, the fourth, the sharp fourth or flat fifth, the fifth, the flat seventh, and the root again. So slowly in quarter notes, that sounds like this. Cool, but we don't want to play jazz in like super square classical scale warm-ups ways. We want to play it in a pattern with some swing. So here's the scale pattern I like to use with my students that I've used forever. So if that's pretty challenging because it goes by kind of quick, feel free and like start just by going up and stopping and then coming down and stopping, and you can kind of put it together. But I like to use B-flat blues as my first vehicle for improvisation with a student. So now let's do a little exercise. Now what we're going to do, class, is we're going to play just a couple of bars with a couple of notes out of that B-flat blues scale. We already used B flat and D flat. We're going to add A flat, the flat seven. A flat as an apple flat. So our three notes are B flat, the root, D flat, the flat third, and A flat, the flat seven. And I like to try and not like do big jumps and keep those like as close together as they can be. So like. using those three notes. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but now we're gonna use the three notes, and we don't have to play the same rhythm back and forth to each other. We can use the same notes, but play a different rhythm back. So now we're having a little conversation. And then the response might be, and then the first statement, and then here's the response to that. So now I'm kind of having a conversation with myself, but now you're kind of having a conversation with either with yourself or with the student you're working with, or with a colleague that's also trying to learn the jazz. But yeah, so the real tricks to improv are to keep it as simple as possible, and then once you get comfortable with that, then you can dip your toe in a little bit deeper. Then eventually, I like to have the next step, once somebody's comfortable playing a few notes on that B-flat blues scale, is play like a 4-measure little kind of mini solo. And I don't have a drum track right now, but we'll play a little 4-measure solo with just nice and simple, nothing too fancy, with just the notes in the B-flat blues scale. Here we go. That's like one phrase. Cool. And then maybe we've got somebody else, and even over the other chords in the B-flat blues progression, you can still use the scale, just for the basis of like middle school jazz band. It's a great place to start. So then eventually you want to get to the point where you can follow the chord progression and the 12-bar B-flat blues, and be able to kind of play the whole progression there. And then you've got a 12-bar blues solo. There you go. Then you got your 12-bar blues. So happy practicing. I hope this was helpful, and see you next time. Go practice.